Greetings. Welcome to Church of Real Talk. I am your host, Minister Robinson, and you already know. So very excited that you are here. I am hoping that you all had an amazing weekend. And for the mothers, I hope you had the most epic Mother's Day ever. Actually, we did a tribute to mothers during our Sunday live offering. You can just hit the live tab if you'd like to watch that. I truly believe that as we talk about awakening, our very first awakening happened due to our mothers. They actually instilled in us our initial moral compass before we even had a job description as chosen ones and star seeds. So I will always salute our mothers. But Motivational Monday, and what we're talking about today is trying something new, leaving the comfort zone. We gotta leave it. We gotta leave the comfort zone. It makes no sense. I'm going to share something with you that will probably resonate with many of you, especially if you have young children. So I'm sitting in the supermarket. I'm with my fiance. I'm going to say I really don't like shopping, okay, because I want to get in and get out. However, we go past the seafood section, and this store, for some strange reason, has shark steaks. Never seen it here, okay? And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't had shark steak in I don't know how long. And I'm sitting there, I pick it up. She can't eat it because she's allergic to seafood, okay? But I'm like, the kids is going to love this, okay? So you come home, you're in the kitchen, you're slaving away, you're getting all your seasoning, your spices ready, and you're ready to go. Plate it up, serve it up, bring it to the table in front of the little ones. They sit up there with their forks just like, I don't like this. What is this? Well, you don't know what it is. You've got to try it. At least give it a try before you decide that you don't like something. Does this not resonate with you? I got a whole bunch of these stories, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started right about nowish. All right, let's jump right into trying something new. It allows for a couple of things. First off, you've got to constantly and consistently step outside of your comfort zone. The reason being is nothing new ever happens within your comfort zone. I have a lot of experiences with food and children, as I outlined earlier. But there are always new experiences that I'm always willing to try. Case in point, flying. There was one point that I was petrified of flying. And many people are to this very day. They could be 50, 60 years old. They will not get on a plane. They will take a train cross country before they even consider buying a plane ticket. But that is because it's not comfortable for them. Okay? A lot of people still have this mindset of, I'm not a bird, I don't have wings, I can't fly. However, we understand that just for the sheer amount of convenience and saving time, sometimes it's better just to go ahead and get that plane ticket. With food, it's the same things. As long as it doesn't go against, if you have like religious restrictions, I understand that. Like I don't eat pork, okay? I know my fiance Latif, she can't eat seafood. So, as long as it does, I'm not going to sit up there and force her to try some seafood dish, and hope that there's an EpiPen in the house. No, but when it comes to experiencing new things, I'm always going to push her to just give it a try. Before you decide that it's not for you, you have to at least give it a try. Another food example is, I remember when I was younger, and this is the New Yorker in me, went to Coney Island a lot as a child. My grandparents and my uncle just had this thing for Coney Island. So during the summer months, they would just drag me along, and I didn't mind. I got to ride roller coasters and rides and stuff like that. However, one time my grandfather was like, Butchie, you're going to try something new, and you're going to love this. You're going to love this. And I was like, what are we trying today? And he was like, don't worry about it. I'm just going to go ahead and get it. Okay? And you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Took me over to Nathan's and ordered something, and it came on like the little cardboard thing. He sat me down at the table. He's like, you tell me what you think about this. So I took a bite, And I liked it. I loved it. He's like, here, take some tartar sauce. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. And then he told me what it was. It was frog legs, fried frog legs. Now, me as a little one, I play with frogs, okay? I'm sitting up there saying, ugh, ugh. But I had to admit that it was tasty, so I just continued to eat it. You have to leave your comfort zone to experience the spice that is life. You have to take chances. You have to take risks. This makes you, believe it or not, more resilient, more able to fulfill your job description. You can't just let the world pass you by while you sit in a blanket covered up saying, oh, that person can do that. I would never do that. No, I'm not saying take skydiving lessons. I'm not. Actually, that's on my bucket list. However, if you think that that's something that you really, really want to do, at least start the process of at least doing research on it. See, the more, and I've said this before, the more knowledge that you have about a thing, the more understanding that you have about a thing, it takes the fear out of the equation. For us adults, us chosen ones, okay, just positive individuals, I'm going to give you an example of where you have gone against the grain to try something new, okay? And I don't say this to make someone want to try this because we're talking about liquor, okay? Liquor tastes nasty. It is disgusting. The first time that you probably tasted your first beer or any alcohol, any beverage that is fermented and made like alcohol, you basically, I'm trying to keep this algorithm so I don't get myself in trouble on YouTube, but you'll find that you wanted to stomach that taste. You wanted to just go ahead and belt it down, that first shot, that first drink, that first whatever. I don't care how many fruity flavors they put in it. Honestly, you have to admit, it tastes nasty. But it's something that you wanted to do. You bypass your initial fear. You bypass and hopefully you was legal in whatever state that you was in, legally ready to drink. Okay? But you bypass that because it's something that you want to do. We can take that same outlook with things that will bring us joy. I still have people in my life that will refuse to go on roller coasters with me. That is my thing. If I go to an amusement park, I have to get on a roller coaster. I have to. There's no way around it. And the scariest, most dangerous looking roller coaster, I've got to get on it. I'll wait in line the whole day. Y'all go do what y'all want to do. I'm getting on this roller coaster. Because at some point, the fear left me. And that's the reason why we don't leave our comfort zones is because of fear. Fear of the unknown. Again, the unknown can be changed very quickly by actually obtaining knowledge about that thing. See, the more knowledge that you have, the less fear you have of something. This is for your personal growth. This is for you to become bigger, better, faster, and stronger. Nobody really wants to go into battle, okay, using military term. Nobody wants to go into battle with someone that has irrational fears about everything. Okay? If they're watching your six or watching your back, you don't want them to be like jumpy mouths. You want them to be focused on what is going on. We understand that trying new things can be scary. We can. As we awakened as chosen ones and star seeds, was that not a scary experience as you tried to come to grip with everything that was going on within your mind? As you was being driven, as you was being pushed? Wasn't that scary? But at some point, you had to embrace the path. That's why many of us, myself included, as I began to awaken, I started to seek out as much knowledge as possible. And then it wasn't scary anymore. It wasn't something that made me fearful. It wasn't something that made me think that I was going crazy. What I want to do is, again, I'm trying to keep these brief. What I want to do is I want to take a quick break. and then we're going to jump right back in, and then we're going to go over the importance and maybe some ways that we can overcome the fear and go out there and enjoy life and try something new. Does that sound fair enough? And I probably got another story someplace. I don't know. But anywho, let's go.
In a world shrouded in uncertainty, there exists a sanctuary for seekers of truth. Welcome to Church of Real Talk, a haven for those navigating the labyrinth of awakening. Here, amidst the whispers of the universe, you will uncover the secrets of existence. Join us on a journey of discovery, where ancient wisdom meets modern understanding. Delve into the depths of your soul as we unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. From the enigmatic laws of manifestation to the ethereal realms of consciousness, our channel is your guide through the veils of reality. Subscribe now and become a part of our enlightened community. Together, we will illuminate the path to enlightenment and unlock the hidden truths of existence. Church of Real Talk, where awakening begins.
Okay, we're going to pick up where I left off. See, I'm getting better. I'm definitely getting better. But, what I want to actually say is that if you're curious about something, again, using a moral compass, using common sense, if you're curious about something and it's within reason and it's something that you can do, I would say go out there and try it. I definitely would. Again, we're using common sense here. We're using moral compasses. We're using, our divine wisdom, understanding, and discernment of knowing right from wrong. And we're going to go out there and try new things. And, the feeling, the warm fuzzy that you get when you try something new is unparalleled. I'm definitely going to tell you. The first time that I got on a plane, after it took off, as I heard the engines roaring and I felt the plane taxiing down the runway, I'm going to admit I was a little bit scared. But, again, the knowledge, the understanding. I'm not going anyplace until it gets to its destination. So I just sat down and then I started looking out the window. And me being a conspiracy theorist was like, maybe I'll see a UFO. So now I'm staring out the window. The fear is gone. And then when I got to my destination and I got off the plane, I felt good. I felt good because this was something that I was no longer fearful of. I'll get on a plane in a heartbeat. The reason being is because, I don't have wings. I can't fly. Yeah, planes can be dangerous, but so can cars, so can bicycles, so can walking down the street. You have to put everything into some sort of perspective so that it makes sense. We want to continuously grow, and I think the easiest way to continuously grow, the easiest way for you to actually be able to take yourself to the next level is to leave your comfort zone and to experience new things. This will resonate with you, especially if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, okay? Or even just a YouTube creator. You've got to constantly try new things because what worked today may not work tomorrow. And you being stuck in your same ways and deciding that, hey, I'm not going to change because I'm really comfortable here, will actually stunt the growth of your entrepreneurial goals, your business, whatever you're trying to do, and you will be pushed to the wayside. My uncle used to, while he was alive, he had a business and he was very successful at it. I mean, he did it throughout the 70s, the 80s, into the 90s. When you go to like medical offices, law offices, stuff like that, that letter work he used to create, and there's sometimes I go into buildings in Manhattan and I'm like, yeah, my uncle made that, and he would take the metal and had a whole shop in his basement. He would get the order and he would make these things. And I worked with him for a little while as I had free time. Again, a new experience, something new that I could learn. And I remember this was about in the late 90s. And I remember telling him, I was like, this computer thing, I think it can make your life so much easier, And he was aging out of the business. But I think that near the end he came to realize, because he started getting less and less contracts, because with the computer age, this stuff could be manufactured even in a basement area, with much less time, a lot easier. Not so much of the hard work, and you could fulfill orders that much quicker. He depended on the fact that, and this is going to resonate with you, and we often do this, he depended on the fact that he already had a steady customer base. He did great work, and he had a lot of word of mouth. However, the difference of waiting a few days for something to be fulfilled versus a couple of weeks, and a lot cheaper, because a lot of the actual manual labor has been taken out of the equation. His business started to he took that as his swan song to go ahead and retire. But, this is what I'm talking about. We have to embrace new things. We have to embrace the things that are inside of us that we actually have that driving force to, I want to try this. I suggest that you make a bucket list, okay? And I got to get close and personal with this. You make a bucket list of the things that you really want to try, the things that you really want to do, and especially look at the things that come attached with a little bit of fear to them. Again, do the research. Is it safe to do? If it's safe to do, and, they've got a track record of, hey, we've had no deaths in this since 1902, then I would give it a try. If I was wanted to go bungee jumping, I would do some research. If it's something that I'm curious to try, why not at least try it? Hey, listen, I can bungee jump off of 10 feet. I don't have to do it off of a cliff, but at least do it. As you awakened, there was so much fear attached. This had to resonate with you. How people will view you, the validation. Are you really going crazy? Should you seek help? We've all gone through this. But at some point, the fear had to subside, and then you decided that you were going to rise up and fit into your purpose. One of the things on my bucket list is to go to New Zealand. I really want to go to New Zealand. I really want to go to the rainforest. My fear is my love of animals, my super crazy curiosity that I'll probably be bit or eaten inside of the rainforest before I'm on ground for 2 hours. But that's something I have to get past. It's on my bucket list. I have to do it. I have to do it. You will find that you will be so much stronger once you bypass the fears, once you bypass your comfort zone, because the magic really does happen outside of that bubble that you're putting yourself in. It actually happens outside of your comfort zone, whether you're talking about relationships, whether you're talking about business, whether you're talking about being a chosen one, whether you're talking about just being a positive individual. Do you not know that everything great that has happened in your life has happened because you decided to just peek outside of your comfort zone and then take that step and say, hey, listen, I'm leaving the comfort zone. I got to see what the heck is going on over here. I've got to see what's going on over here. There was a time period. I love to cook, and I worked for a hospital of special surgery. I was a cast technician. That's where that guy that told me that most people are not responsible for themselves, he told me that. He taught me how to put on casts correctly for hospital for special surgery. But every year they had this contest, and it was like a bake-off. And, I worked there for a few years, and I kept on saying, I'm going to enter. And I'm like, these people have been doing this for years. Some of these people are really great. I've tasted some of their stuff. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do this. Why even waste my time and or their ingredients to do this? My friend, Silky, he worked in the kitchen. He was like, hey, you entering? And I was like, well, the cafe rather. He's like, you're entering? And I was like, I don't think so. He's like, come on, man, just go for it. You've been talking about it, just do it. You know, the fear. And, you know, he talked me into it, and I did it. And do you know, I won first place? I won first place, which consisted of a dinner cruise around Manhattan. If I didn't take that initial step to just say, I'm going to go ahead and do it, I would have never experienced the feeling, the joy, the happiness of actually winning a bake-off. So now I throw it in people's face. I am an award-winning chef. Not really. But with that being said, you know, go out there, embrace the journey. Embrace the journey that is life, that is your life. And go out there, leave the comfort zone, and experience new things. I'm telling you, you're going to feel so much better for it. I'm going to tell you. And with that being said, I want to thank you for your time. I definitely appreciate you. Hey, you already know. I'm doing new things here. Just wait for it. But you already know. Love you guys.